Listen, this movie, it's incredible. I got to see it actually on the way in today. Tell me both about both your characters and what you loved about playing them. John, we'll start with you.
Sure. I'm a best friend and a sidekick. And I'd like to think that I'm a good best friend and a great sidekick in life. I don't want to give away too many spoilers, but they're within the pages of Argylle, there are worlds within worlds, and there are more plot twists. I think we might hold the record in this one for plot twists. So stay tuned to see further development. But that's me in a nutshell.
Yeah,
Nice.
and I play Kira. She's sort of holding down the fort of, she would have been the next Steve Jobs had she not chosen to go into the spy.
A life of espionage.
A life of espionage. That's a much better way of saying that. But she's got a lot of sass, a ton of ingenuity, and great hair. And she keeps Wyatt and Argylle, in line. Someone's got to. Might as well be her.
Yeah, for sure. John, I love everything you do. When I used to live in LA, actually, you were the first person I ever interviewed when I worked for Extra. So this is kind of...
No kidding.
Yeah, you were. It was the first
It was
interview I
okay.
did. Yeah, you was incredible.
Right on.
You're always great. One of my favourite films, I love animation stuff, and Ferdinand was probably
You're
my
warming
favourite.
my heart,
Honestly,
man.
I loved it so much. What do you love about taking on such different characters in different films that you play?
I think the potential for growth. You always have said we've been doing this a lot lately.
Yeah,
and
we've done quite a few.
You've always said you want to challenge yourself and continue to grow. And you've heard me say a bunch. I don't want to be the smartest person in the room. So when I think I have fluency in some sort of lane, it's not that I want to about face and shift, but I'm searching for chance for growth. And I think a great backup plan is to surround yourself with wonderful individuals. So when you get a Matthew Vaughn world surrounded by a star-studded cast, that is a chance for growth. That's a chance to learn. That's a chance to become better, and that's a chance to flex a new muscle.
And what's your favourite genre to play? If you could choose anything forever and you had to stick to this one, what would it be? And you obviously you love the diversity of doing everything different.
do.
But if you had to choose
If I had to choose.
to stick to one,
I
got your answer,
don't
John?
know that I could choose. You
Wait,
know your
it's
answers.
before you even finish the question.
Oh my God.
Go
Well,
on.
what is it? Because I have no.
Don't
idea.
Ariana.
WWE superstar.
Well,
say again,
WWE superstar.
in a movie, yeah?
No.
No,
I wish
just
I could do that infinitely, in perpetuity, forever. I wish I
Really?
could be out in the middle of that ring in front of the live audience on Raw
Yeah.
or SmackDown or whatever. There's no energy like it.
And you've spoken recently about your exit.
Yeah.
What can you tell us more about that?
It's coming. that I think when you seriously have to take a look at yourself and realize, like, hey, I haven't yet lost my fastball, but I've lost a few miles an hour off that fastball. I think, speaking in UK terms, a lot of footballers have to face the truth sometimes that it is a young man's game and time is undefeated. And I just don't want to. I want to stay at the pace of the product, and the product is running at a fast pace. So I gotta play my hand accordingly. And when I can't keep up, I should allow those who can the opportunity to do the opportunities the business gave me. And I think that's really important.
that's so wise. It's very, very wise.
That is wise. And does it upset you that I used to play professional soccer actually, and I had to retire quite young when I was like 21, and it's obviously an upsetting time. But you've obviously lived a lot longer career than I did in my sport. Does it upset you the thought of that day coming, or do you learn to? Have you been letting that sink in for a long
No,
time?
man. As a young athlete, I can understand that. And having played football in university, the American football, the horrible football.
I called it soccer because I didn't know if you knew.
Yes,
What it was gonna be.
having played American football, knowing that I wouldn't make it past age 21 just because of the level and caliber of athlete that needs to go to the next level, it allowed me to start looking at things in chapters. And yes, WWE has been a big part of my life, but it does not define me. So even if the phone stops ringing, movies have been a great part of my life, but I'm more of that as a total human being. It doesn't define me. So I just appreciate the chapter of the book, and I appreciate all the business has given me. If you've seen me appear lately, like a lot of times I can't control my emotions, and I've always been that stoic, virtuous character, and I'm just being more present and enjoying it. But when the chapter closes, it doesn't mean the book is over.
Yeah.
You know, there's still a lot of life left out there. I'm still a curious individual. I still can fill my days with wanting wanting to grow, and I just look at it as the end of a chapter. And I know you might beat yourself up for it, but it's brought you here, and you're doing just fine.
Thank you. Going back to the movie, Ariana, your character is fearless. Would you describe that in yourself? Give me a reason why. One reason why you're fearless.
This movie.
This movie and also just being a public figure requires an amount of fearlessness. I think to be an actor, to be any person with, platform and someone who makes movies, they all are kind of rolled into one in a way. You have to be fearless because you never know what's going to come at you, so you just have to kind of be ready to go. Like Argylle is very that. Like our movie, you don't know what's coming. You just gotta go.
Calling you up at the end. Hey, the movie's done, but I want you to do something else. Do you mind doing the soundtrack?
Sure, why not? I'll sing. That sounds great. What do you need? I think when you I feel very privileged to lead the life that I lead, and part of that does require fearlessness, to be willing to just say yes, to go, to follow, to try anything. I also have a tattoo on my ribs that says fearless.
Oh, really?
And I have talked about this publicly, so it's not really that new. But
I thought I had an exclusive there.
Then
I would be doing just
I
fine.
do have a tat, and it says literally fear, capital L, less. Fearless.
And in your industry, do you feel like you have to be fearless because people are judging you constantly? Or does that not? In terms of people having an opinion of your performance or you as a person?
Everyone's going to have an opinion.
Of course.
And they're entitled to that. And I
but
think
you have
that's
to be
great.
strong-willed, right?
You do. I think you do. And for me, it's like, it's character. It's part of my character, right? You have to be, or you have to have such undying belief in yourself and in the thing that you love, that you are willing to go out there and be fearless and try anything and know that you're not going to be for everyone, but you will be for some people. But as long as you love what you do, to me, none of that matters.
Do you know Cristiano Ronaldo, the soccer player?
Yes.
He's the most famous man on the planet. He has like 500 million followers.
That's amazing.
Yeah, somebody once asked him, what does it feel like to be booed in every stadium you go to?
Did he say great?
No, he said 80,000 people, because that's the biggest stadium he plays in, 80,000 people don't boo the worst player on the pitch. They only boo the best. So the better you do, the more you get.
The more you get. It's true.
100%.
And that's a word. That is a word. Amen, amen.
That's Ronaldo for you. John, The Marine is re-emerged. It seems like everybody's watching it again on Netflix. What's that like for your old work to just come back? And I suppose that's the nature of streaming now, right? Where it just sits on a platform and can keep coming back.
Well, certainly great to have it happen. I think extra great to have it happen now, because something you did 20 years ago. This is a film I did 20 years ago. A lot of explosions and not a lot of acting.
Oh, okay.
But to have it, back in the fold, especially around the release of Argylle, that helps everything. So when you can have a project that has some staying power, that's good. When you can have it come to the forefront right around the time you want the world to see Argylle, man, everything helps at this point. So I'm very grateful.
Cool. Now, just before I go, Oscar noms, have you got any friends or family members or anyone that you're vouching for that you think's got a chance?
Oh, well, I mean, I'm a member.
Or someone you're just a fan of?
I mean, I'm a member of the Academy, so I talk about it in very specific terms, but there are several people who have been recognized, who were recognized today, that I've known for a very long time. Coleman Domingo, Danielle Brooks, America Ferrera is a friend. I'm just thrilled and really thrilled for all of them, because they're all exquisite humans, exceptional artists, and it's nice to see people get their flowers. Yeah.
Danielle Brooks, for sure. She's Team Peacemaker.
Yes, she is.
So I'm really rooting for her.
Well,